Tapping into your ride. And this is 10 Tampa Bay News at 11. I'm Dave Wagner.
It's good to have you with us. I'm Courtney Robinson. With all of the technology and modern cars, you might wonder if your ride is spying on you.
Tonight, 10 Investigates Emerald Morrow has the first sit-down interview with a Polk County man who says a major automaker is taking your personal information and selling it to third parties without your consent.
In many ways, most cars today are like computers on wheels. But how much information about you are they really tracking? This Polk County man believes what he found should concern you.
The privacy violations are abundant when it comes to this. If it's not actually handled and litigated right now, it can only get worse.
Phil Sifke filed this class action lawsuit in a Texas court accusing Toyota and affiliate company Connected Analytics Services of collecting and selling private information to third parties like Progressive Insurance without permission. But we're not just talking about speed or location, although that concerns him too, but everything down to how hard you braked, your seatbelt status, even image and voice data.
Well, let's put it this way. If your insurance company has access to your data that your local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have to have a warrant to get, that should automatically throw a red flag up to any consumer.
Phil says after buying his 2021 Toyota RAV4, he went to sign up for insurance and found Progressive already had a comprehensive driving profile, including a hard brake just the day before.
So you see how the logo has a plastic lens over it?
So he started searching for answers.
This actually is a radar sensor. Toyota actually gathers the data from the telemetry that's in my vehicle, meaning the camera, the speedometer, the time, the GPS, everything that the car has the capability of accumulating, and gathers that data. And then they transfer that to their division Connected Analytics, which then sells it to any third party that's willing to buy it. In this case, Progressive.
Our investigative team reached out to all the parties named in the lawsuit for comment on these claims. Progressive said it does not comment on litigation, and we never heard back from Toyota, but Toyota alleges in court records that Phil activated Connected Services for his vehicle and accepted Toyota's Connected Services terms of use, which contained an arbitration provision and class action waiver. Records go on to say when he accepted the Toyota app's terms of use in March of 2021 and March of 2024, he would have seen a screen like this, disclosing that by hitting accept, he agreed that on a regular and continuous basis, his vehicle wirelessly transmits location, driving, and vehicle health data to Toyota and its affiliates in order to deliver connected services and for internal research, development, and data analysis.
Data is the new oil, the new gold. Largest companies on the face of the earth don't make anything. They take consumer data and they use it for profit.
John Yanchunas is representing Phil in this case. He says if successful, this class action suit would be a win, but only a first step.
There's a tremendous amount of absence of legislation to protect consumer privacy.
Privacy he and Phil want lawmakers to defend.
Their moral obligation when they take the oath for that office is to do what's right for the public and their constituents.
The Consumer Federation of America says there are benefits to telematics, like lowering costs for those deemed to be good drivers, and could be a more fairer assessment of risk than the current pricing models that penalize customers for their marital status, job title, credit score, and other socioeconomic factors. The group also does acknowledge concerns with privacy and exaggerated savings claims. If this concerns you, there are steps you can take to be more informed. If you enter your VIN number on this website, a group called Privacy for Cars will generate a free report on what data your car might be tracking.
You need to make sure and verify your privacy settings, whether you've agreed to let them share them or not, because if you have agreed to let them share them, and apparently in my situation, even if you haven't agreed, they are reselling that data to insurance carriers. And if you don't think that's impacting your rates, yes, very good chance that it is.
Phil says he hasn't had a ticket since 2017 and no accidents for even longer.
And yet my insurance rates are as high as what most people, if not higher, would pay for having a DUI.
What do you want to come out of this?
I want people's privacy protected. And I'm going to deviate a second and give you a bit of an example. everybody has a device sitting beside their bed right now, whether it be their phone, whether it be the Alexa or Siri or whomever. If they collected that same data and it was readily available, they now know everything about you. And I ask you, would you let me put a camera with sound inside your bedroom? Be careful. Who might end up with that data at some point? You put it out there, somebody's going to claim it's their First Amendment right to sell it, that it's open to the public.
Emerald Morrow, 10 Investigates.
A judge recently ruled the case must go to arbitration, but Phil says he wants to avoid this and is working with his team to see if there are any other options. He wants the class action case to proceed to potentially benefit consumers like you.
And this is not the first case against an automaker for these types of privacy violations. Earlier this year, the FTC reached a settlement with GM that would ban the company from sharing geolocation and driver behavior data with consumer reporting agencies for 5 years.